Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to episode 153. I'm Barry Fair. Thanks for joining us here in the studio at nearly 10 minutes to midday. We're sorry for the late start today, but hey, that's why. Well, I have a correction to make on the fish and chip shop. It was the Flaming Grill on May Road, not the old fashioned fish and chip shop. And now I'm wearing so sorry about that, but we did have fun bringing the fish and chip review to you last week. And joining me now in the studio, good morning, Rota. Welcome to episode 153 today.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for watching today's episode. Please tell a friend, as I always say, to tell a friend, and please do subscribe to Barry Fear's YouTube channel and leave a comment down below if you do have any questions, and Barry would be more than happy to answer them.
Well, today's subject is managing stress and depression. Okay, depression, guys, is the most annoying thing that we have in our lives. And during this COVID, that's what everybody has been feeling, not being able to have a normal life that you and I would normally have, being in lockdown before Christmas, having their travel plans ruined, and things like that. Here's my outsider to open the show with that.
Yeah, thank you once again, everyone. So today, Barry and I will be talking about stress and depression and how it can impact you. So please take your pen and paper. If you have like sticky notes, please get it ready because we'll be sharing ideas of how you can manage stress, anxiety, and depression.
Okay, and the diet. So, what you've got to do, viewers, okay, don't sit at home feeling sorry for yourself. Okay, there are plenty of services available. Okay, like a psychologist or a doctor. Here's my offside.
That's correct. There's plenty of services available. There are private services and government services. The government services are quite free. There is psychologists, there is people available to talk to you. At the end of this video, Barry will go through in depth what you can do to manage all this stress.
Okay, please don't bottle your contents up. Because if you do, what can happen? You will go, "Eeeh," and it's like a big hole, like a big mess. Here's my outsider.
That's correct. I love it when Barry does that. And that is the exact description of how sometimes we feel towards other people or towards ourselves. So that is not advisable. Barry always says that you don't have to go poof to situations or to people. That is not what we are here to talk about.
Because depression, okay, we all go through that, and stress. But hey, there's no excuse not to arrange to go and see people or email people. Like this morning, I went to my local GP. He gave me some suggestions. Here's my upside.
That's correct. If you feel like you need someone to talk to you, as Barry said, Barry went to his JP today and he gave him other things that he can do, which he will talk about shortly. But trust me, there is a whole lot of help out there if you are going through depression, anxiety, or stress.
Okay, look up on your websites where you can get free help. Okay, counselors, doctors, private psychologists, you name it. It doesn't have to be anywhere, always the CPA people. You can always seek outside help if you need it. Here's my offside.
That's correct. There is a lot of help outside CPA or outside where you work or where you live. We would give you options later on in the video, but I'm searching of different company on my laptop at the moment. And Barry and I will go through all the list of other companies that you can speak to them as well.
Because here's an example, guys. Like if I woke up in the morning and said, I'm not impressed today, I'm gonna go and poop. Is that a good attitude? Good mental attitude? Of course it's not. So please, guys, don't start the day like that. Here's my offside.
That's correct. Don't start your day on a negative way. Try and see the brighter light of things and getting up in a positive way. And remember that stress and anxiety is part of our daily living. Once Barry is done, I've got a couple of companies that gives free services that I'll mention all their names on this video so you can reach them up on the internet and grab their numbers.
Yeah, so don't just go, mm, mm. You want to be going up, guys, not on the down path. Now, Roger and I know it's been a hell of a tough time, but like we are gonna tell you on the show today, there are services available other than CPA services. Here's my offside.
That's correct. So, services other than CPA is Wesley Mission, Someone.health, CWS Helpline, Beyond Blue, Tribe, Health Direct. That one is a government one as well. healthdirect.gov.au, mentalhealth.net, New South Wales Health Services, Lifeline, which is a very popular one.
And I will give you the number for that at the end of today's show. So please, guys, reach out if you are suffering from depression and anxiety. Please, we know it's been difficult, but please don't hold the contents in the bottle and think that there is absolutely no one that you can talk to when there is, and look up on the internet like Rhoda has just given you now. Okay, so there's really no excuse, guys, to be going around sitting at home thinking, there's nothing I can do, there's no one I can talk to, because, excuse me, don't think that there's no one you can talk to or nothing you can do, because that's absolute rubbish. Rosa and I don't believe in that.
Yep.
So please get on your phone, talk to someone, at least, even the house manager.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my option.
That's correct. Whatever Barry has said is fantastic. All these companies are actually free. I just realized. I thought they weren't, but they are all free. And guess what? They are all 24 hours.
Okay, so 24 hours a day, 7 days a week,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. So grab a pen and paper, write those phone numbers down, okay, and please do take on board what we have said today, because this is really important, guys, especially for a person like me, and even write in a journal about how you were felt too, because you can even write a journal. Here's my offside.
Yeah, writing a journal is a very, very good way to improve on your mental health. And Barry does that, and I find it to be amazing. It is an amazing approach, and it makes you review on your day and have a positive side of what you have done during the day. So please let's get that into our habits, and that can decrease our anxiety and stress levels.
Because, like I just said a couple of minutes ago, don't go, and then make the hole extremely bigger.
Yeah.
Because it's like a hole in the road. Like if you drive your car into a pothole and it's really big, then you're stuck. Here's my offside.
That's correct. Don't go way pop. It's like my favorite Barry saying. It's like my favorite. And it sounds funny or it looks funny, but it is an absolutely truth. And he means whatever he's saying. Don't go pop. That's my favorite Barry saying. And I know you guys are watching it and you would remember Barry for that. Trust me.
And like, okay, the next thing we're gonna talk about on the show is having enough sleep, because that can make people stressed as well. Here's my offside.
That's correct. Barry has done a previous video talking about how to manage stuff like that. I would personally say that not having enough sleep ruin your day. And I'm a typical example to that. There are days that I've come to work and I tell Barry, I did not have enough sleep, and that affects my productivity during the day. So we advise that everyone have a very, very good sleep so you can have a very, very productive day.
Because not having enough sleep, guys, it can really affect the mental health. Okay, please get enough sleep at night. Here's my offside.
That's correct. Have a good dinner, have a good shower, and have a good sleep, and your day will be better and brighter the next day.
Okay, and we're going to be touching more on this today on the show, because this is what today's show is all about. Okay, how to deal with all this. So don't go away. Part 2 is coming up very shortly. The time has gone 2 minutes past midday. The time is 12:02. It's the 20th of January. Thanks for joining us here today. Don't go away. Part 2 coming up very shortly. Before we go to the break, the number that we rely on 24 hours a day, 000.
Yeah.
Don't ring them unless you have an emergency. Please don't do that. I'm excited to tell you about that.
Yeah,
number.
Barry has said it constantly in most of his videos. 000 is the number to go to, but please be mindful not to joke around with calling that number. Only call if it's an emergency. Simple as that.
And we will remind you at the conclusion of this show today, and we will show you the journey. So plenty more coming up today on the show. Don't go away, viewers. Plenty more coming up on today's show. I'm Barry Fear. You're watching the summer edition of the Daily Raps, and that's the end of part one. Part two of episode 153 coming up shortly. Don't go away. We'll have more after the break.